So, Resolution 16 reads, all Michigan Area United Methodists, and especially youth pastors and youth leaders, are strongly encouraged to participate in the statewide Raise the Age campaign. By contacting our state senators, we can advocate passage of Michigan House Bill 4664, permitting 17-year-olds to be considered as juveniles in criminal court, which is the same as in other 45 states, and House Bill 4969, requiring those youths to be held in juvenile facilities while awaiting trial rather than jail. That's all right with everybody. All right, so with that, we would have Dale come forward to open up with resolution number 16.
This presentation is actually some new information that I've picked up since that resolution was written, and so I'm counting on you having read it, and I will go forward from that point. So my name is Dale Milford. I'm from Waterford, Four Towns. Neurologists now tell us that 17-year-old brains are not fully developed. They're still kids. That's why we don't let 17-year-old kids vote, sign a contract, sit on a jury. We won't even sell them lottery tickets. So why is it that Michigan is one of only 5 states in the country that every year throws about 7,000 kids, high school juniors and seniors, into the adult criminal justice system? Many are thus branded for life as felons. I recently discussed this with a 30-year veteran trial lawyer, David L. Moffat, who tells me that they typically wait 4 to 6 months to start a felony trial. So here's the nightmare, of which most people are unaware. By strict federal law that's really been active since 2013, all of our county jails where prisoners are held while they await trial, if they can't make bail, read African American, they must keep the 17-year-old kids out of quote-unquote sight and sound of the regular adult inmates. Most county jails can only adhere to this federal law by keeping all 17-year-old kids in solitary confinement for the duration, 23 hours a day, in a windowless box measuring about 7 by 10 feet. Imagine that for 120 to 180 days straight. And that's even for non-violent offenders. Moffat says that he has seen even hardened adult criminals totally broken by extended stays in solitary confinement. So imagine the irreparable harm done to the brains of a still developing 17-year-old brain. In America, we like to think of ourselves as Matthew 25 Christians. Yet we are the only country in the United Nations where this is still legal. And domestically, this is a grievous contravention of the 8th Amendment against cruel and unusual punishment, as it is tantamount to torture, according to many psychiatric journals. That means hundreds of our Michigan kids are being tortured in our own county jails. Everyone here, especially youth leaders, youth pastors, but everybody really needs to get on the phone and talk to their state senator and demand that we raise the age so this torture of our juveniles can be stopped. As Jesus said to the Pharisees in John 9, if you were blind, you would not be guilty of sin. But now that you claim you can see, your guilt remains. Or as Martin Luther King once said, there comes a time when silence is betrayal. Call your state senator. Amen.
Now, so the motion is properly before you. You've heard from the presenter. We're open for discussion. Yes. You want to use the microphone? Come on up.
Okay, I'll use the microphone, although I can be loud anyway. I fully support the concept of what you're trying to do, but calling your state senator will be useless. That bill, I worked in the legislature for the past 15 years as a legislative aide, and the bill in 2016 died. Every 2 years, all the bills die.
Although it passed in the House resoundingly. It died in the state Senate.
No, but it's gone. That
right.
bill that passed, so it had to come up again. And it got introduced over a year ago and was referred to the Committee on Law and Justice, which is chaired by Representative Clint Kesto out of, I think, Commerce Township.
Yes.
So until
District 39.
Until that bill gets a hearing in committee, It's not going anywhere. So the real thing to do is call your state representatives and ask them to call Representative Kesto, who is chair of the committee that it's before, and at least get a hearing, because it's been over a year and it's not even had a hearing. And it would still have to go to the full House floor, which it probably would do well, and then go over to the Senate, and then you should call your state senator.